Hi, happy holidays everyone. So I know that the holiday season is coming very soon, and I'm going to teach you some of the dishes that you can easily make at home. A Noche Buena dish doesn't have to be complicated, but when you cook it, it must come from the heart. So now I'm going to teach you 4 dishes that is suitable for the holiday season that you can share with your family, with your loved ones, and with your friends. Starting off, I will be teaching you how to create a very classic and very easy to do pasta. So what we need is 1/4 cup oil, then around 250 grams all-purpose cream, sun-dried tomatoes, roughly chopped bacon, and some sausages and spaghetti pasta. So uh, here are the 5 ingredients that you may use to create this simple yet so classy and flavorful and hearty pasta dish. And then you just boil some water, then put a dash of salt, that is to season the water wherein you will boil your instant pasta. So after putting some salt there, now you may put on roughly 250 grams of pasta. This will be good for 10 to 11 minutes. Then wait until it's cooked. Now, I'm going to teach you how to do the sauce. Now, while we are waiting for the pasta to be cooked, we can now, while waiting for it, we can now cook the sauce. Okay, so what we need is a frying pan, or you can also use a saucepan if you have one at home. Then wait for it to heat up. Then we can add a little bit of oil. After adding a little bit of oil, that's the time that we're going to add a touch or 1 teaspoon of butter so that the butter won't burn while we are sauteing the proteins like the bacon and the sausage. Okay, so once the butter has been melted with a touch of oil, we can now start to saute our bacon. Wherein this is just a roughly chopped bacon so that we can put some garnish on it later on top. So once this is golden brown, that's the time that we can remove it. Then we can now saute the sausage. So some would like the bacon to be soft and brown, but if we will be using it as a garnish or as a topping, for me, I personally prefer it to be somewhat crunchy para there is a texture when we place it on top of the pasta. No, so it depends on your preference what texture and the crispiness of the bacon you would like to achieve. So let's just continue to fry this one up. Because while we are frying this, the fat starts to render. Okay? When it's rendering, so the saltiness of the cured meat or of the bacon, it will add flavor to the pasta and it would give it the savory taste that we would like to achieve. Okay, so let's turn down the heat, then we can remove it. Remove the bacon. Okay, so once the bacon has been removed, now is the time that we add our sausage. So I'm using approximately 250 grams of Hungarian sausage, but if you have any other sausage available at home, if you have bratwurst, pwede rin yun. If you have the regular hot dog, that will also be fine. Now, if you see that the sausage has been browned, now is the time that we can add our sun-dried tomato sauce. So let me just get it. So it's approximately 200 grams. Lagyan natin siya. Actually, even without cream, okay na rin siya eh. Pero, di ba, as Filipinos, we always want something creamy, something salty, something sweet. We always want to play with flavors. That's the reason why we will be adding a little bit of cream while we are cooking this so that it will add the richness to the pasta. Okay, so we can add the cream now. So we'll be able to see that the color would be like orange red in color. Diba? The regular sauce is somewhat color white or color green. Pero ito, medyo iba siya. It really resembles the holiday season. It's somewhat color red. Pero I assure you that this will be very tasty and it will be a hit to your family members. Okay, so while we turn this into a low heat, our pasta is done, so we can now get some pasta. So it's very important, everyone, that don't discard the pasta water because the pasta water is full of starch and it would give creaminess to your pasta dish. So let's just get a few pasta, then let's add the pasta water. Now, if you see that the sausage has been browned, now is the time that we can add our sun-dried tomato sauce. So let me just get it. So it's approximately 200 grams. Lagyan natin siya. Actually, even without cream, okay na rin siya eh. Pero, di ba, as Filipinos, we always want something creamy, something salty, something sweet. We always want to play with flavors. That's the reason why we will be adding a little bit of cream while we are cooking this so that it will add the richness to the pasta. Okay, so we can add the cream now. So we'll be able to see that the color would be like orange red in color. Diba? The regular sauce is somewhat color white or color green. Pero ito, medyo iba siya. It really resembles the holiday season. It's somewhat color red. Pero I assure you that this will be very tasty and it will be a hit to your family members. Okay, so while we turn this into a low heat, our pasta is done, so we can now get some pasta. So it's very important, everyone, that don't discard the pasta water because the pasta water is full of starch and it would give creaminess to your pasta dish. So let's just get a few pasta, then let's add the pasta water. Okay, so we've added some of the pasta that we have. Then let's add a little bit of that pasta water that I'm telling you a while ago so that this will give a creamy texture and a creamy taste to the pasta that you are doing. So this wouldn't take very long, siguro around 3 to 5 minutes. Then if it lacks saltiness, kung gusto nyo somewhat salty, then you can adjust the seasoning. Pero I assure you that the flavor is very much related to the holiday season. If you want more color, we can add a little bit of the sauce that we have. Okay. It's a simple pasta recipe that you can share with all your loved ones. So I will be plating it now, and I'm going to show you how to present it like a pro. Okay, so we can just simply place it on clean white plate with the use of the ever-trusted tong. Tapos, you can just simply twirl it so that it'll have body and it'll have the height. Then get some of the sausage that we currently added. Then, if you remember, the brown bacon, you can just pour some on top. Then let's make sure that we always have a clean plate. That's it. Creamy sun-dried tomato pesto using only 5 ingredients that you can share with your family, with your loved ones, with everyone during the holiday season. To make our chicken dish, we only need few ingredients. First, we have the baby potatoes, wherein later we will be sauteing it for the marbled potatoes. Then the carrots, then the bell pepper, white onion, the oil, the boned chicken, and our salt and pepper. So we will be able to make it creamy and as well as sumptuous by adding a little bit of cream. For the chicken, we need the cling wrap and the deboned chicken. So don't forget and always remember to season your chicken with a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. So I will be teaching you a technique wherein you will be able to make this juicy even though it's even though if you will be frying it or if you will be roasting it. So we can add a little bit of butter inside the chicken. Okay, just a little bit of butter. Then for the extra flavor, we can add some sliced bell peppers inside. After adding the sliced bell pepper, that's the time that we can roll the chicken by using the cling wrap. So you can roll it slowly. Just roll it. Make sure that both ends of the chicken are sealed, so later we can add an additional wrap so that we are sure that the chicken won't come out of the plastic casing. Okay, make sure that both ends are sealed. So that we can be sure, let's add another sheet of plastic wrap or the cling wrap. So we can do it sideways so that there will be a longer end. There we have it. So after making sure that it's fully wrapped, we can turn it, wait for it to become firm so that we are sure that it will hold its shape. After doing so, that's the time that you can tie the end of the cling wrap. Okay, once it's set, remove the ends. Then we can now place this on boiling water. We can approximately around 30 to 35 minutes. We can poach it, and later on I'm going to show you how we will be able to pan fry this. You can just simply place it on a boiling water. So I already have one which is simmering for a few minutes. So you can remove it looking like this. Okay, so after poaching the chicken, it will look like this. So of course we have to remove it from the wrap by cutting both ends of the plastic or the plastic wrap. Then we can now slowly remove it. Yan, so that it will hold its shape. Pero if you're at home, if you have nothing to do, then you can just after poaching it, once it's cooled down, you can place it in the freezer and wait for it to become semi-frozen so that it will hold its shape much better. So this will be the end result after poaching it. So you have the complete skin because we want some crispiness on the outside and juiciness inside. So let it cool down for few minutes and prepare your pan. Okay, now once we have that, let's have a little bit of some tomato sauce. This tomato sauce is already been pre-seasoned. It has some oregano, salt and pepper, and carrots and celery. Okay. So scrape the side of your pan because that is the chicken drippings. So that it would infuse all the flavor that you have already in the pan because of frying the chicken. Okay, so let's now season it with a little bit of salt. And a little bit of black pepper. Okay, once all the flavor has been incorporated, let's add a little bit of cream. This is around 1/4 cup of cream. Don't forget and always remember when cooking, always taste your foods. Maybe it lacks some salt or lacks some pepper. Roulade with tomato sauce and cream with sauteed onion and bell pepper. Very delicious, very good for the Christmas season. Pwedeng-pwede nyo siyang iserve sa family ninyo para na rin kayong nasa hotel. Hi, good afternoon everyone. And we will be showing you how to make simple Noche Buena ideas that you can do at home with your family and with your loved ones during the holiday season. So what we're going to do today is that Jen and I, we're going to teach you how to make a simple pizza recipe at home, wherein you can choose the toppings that you want. Maybe it's protein, maybe it's something sweet, maybe it's something healthy like vegetables. So first thing that we're going to do is that I'm going to teach you how to create or to make the pizza dough from scratch. What you need is a simple or all-purpose flour. This is just around 2 cups of flour. Then instant yeast, 2 teaspoon of instant yeast. Then your pizza sauce. So this is tomato sauce, and I just sauteed it with celery, carrots, some parsley, some onion, and some garlic with the salt and pepper. Then some shredded mozzarella cheese. Then I have here some roughly chopped bacon. Then some sausages, and a few thinly sliced onion. So, ayun lang. That's all you need to create your pizza. So, now, you need a mixing bowl because I don't have here at home a smaller mixing bowl, so I'm going to use this. So, any type of bowl would do, okay, as long as it's a bowl, and it can be something that is glass, it can be something that is stainless. Okay, so first thing that we're going to do is that we're going to put the 2 cups of flour on our mixing bowl. You want to do it? Okay.
How many cups? 1 million?
2 cups. Okay. Put the flour on the bowl. Okay, go. Okay, put it on.
Cow.
Yeah. Okay. Go. Go, chef. Okay, so after putting the flour on our mixing bowl, we're going to prepare our yeast. So this is again an instant yeast. You can buy this from the supermarket. You just need 2 tablespoons of it. Then let's add half a cup of lukewarm water. Then let's add half teaspoon of sugar. Why do we need sugar? For us to activate the yeast. Okay. So let's just sit it for around 10 to 15 minutes. If you already see some bubble forming on top, meaning the yeast is already activated, it's working, then that is the time that we can add it onto our flour. Then you can just simply take half teaspoon of salt and add it to your flour on the mixing bowl. You want to stir it? Okay. Here you go.
No, Dad.
You want to stir this one? Okay. You can use your hand while stirring.
No.
Yeah. Okay, now once you see the bubble on top of the yeast mixture, that is the time that we can add it to our flour. So, you want to add this one?
How?
Okay. You can just simply pour it. Okay. You pour it on in the middle. Okay. There you go. Okay, that's enough. Okay, so we already have our yeast on the flour. That is the time. If you have a stand mixer at home, much better. You can use the hook attachment of the mixer. It will be much faster. But if you would like to have some bonding with your kids, with your parents, so you can just barely use your bare hands. Just make sure that your hands are clean and sanitized. So once you already have it inside the mixing bowl, that is the time that you need to slowly incorporate the mixture to your flour. Okay, you can use your hand. If you would notice, there are some lumps. It's okay. What you just need to do is to just continuously stir it. Then you can now gradually add some water that is room temperature water. Then you just have to mix it. What we're looking for here is that for all the flour to be formed into one single ball of dough.
I'm gonna put it here.
Wait, baby. I'm cleaning the sides.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay, wait. Can you remove the spoon first? Thank you. You want to eat it? Okay. Okay. If you can see, it's cleaning all the sides already and it's forming into a ball. Just make sure that all the excess flour will be incorporated onto your dough. Okay, so once it's already been incorporated and it starts to form like a ball, that is the time that you can transfer it into a flat surface. You can just, if you don't have a flat table at home or if you don't have a working table at home, just like what I did here, I just placed a plastic cover on top of our table and that will be good as well. So we can now transfer it to our table. Okay. So this is a time that you can start working kneading the dough. Okay? So in kneading, it's perfect for you to knead it on a flat surface so that it will incorporate evenly. You just need to use the palm of your hand. Just push it, then fold it. Push and fold. Push and fold. You, you want to push and fold it? No, you cannot use that one. Use your hand, baby. Like this.
Push and fold, okay.
Wait, I'm gonna get push, push, and fold. Okay, good job. So, what we're looking for here is a smooth bowl of or ball of dough. Fold, push, and fold. Okay, so
Flour.
flour. Okay, once you can, once the ball has smoothened, okay. Would look like this. Then you can just simply place it on a container. After placing it on the container, what you need to do is to put a cling wrap on top of the bowl, or you can put a damp cloth on top of it and set it aside. You can just have to wait for approximately 1 to 2 hours, okay, while the yeast is working and while the yeast is proofing the dough. Okay, so after 2 hours, it would look like this. See, if you can see, it already doubled in size. So this is a time that you can portion it and you can now decide on how many portions or servings you would want to do. Okay, so you simply remove it from the bowl. You don't have to wash your hands often because what will happen is the flour will stick to your hand.
No, it's not sticking.
Okay, let's portion it.
Wala kaya nito.
Okay, if you have a dough cutter at home, much better, but because I don't have one available right now, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to portion it using a knife. So, you can just simply cut it in the middle. Okay, then because I will just be using an oven toaster for this cooking activity, what I'll be doing is that I'll be portioning it in a very small portion, like just a small ball, and I will be stretching it later before I place it inside the oven.
Parang may din ko lang. Din.
Okay. After portioning it, again, just get some flour, roll it into a ball. Okay, this is one. Yes. The bottom part of your dough. See? Oh.
Can I put it? I'm gonna make a snowman.
Okay, it's already like a snowman. Okay, because I don't have a rolling pin here with me, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to improvise. I'm going to use this glass, but make sure when pushing the glass, make sure that you push it lightly so that the glass won't break. So just simply place some flour on the exterior of the glass so that your dough won't stick. Then there you go. You can just simply roll it. Start from the middle, going to the outside, going to the sides of the dough. I think this would do.
Nope, mine's done.
Okay, let me just put it first. Here.
Look at that.
Okay. So, next is I'm going to put the pizza sauce. Okay. So, we already have our flattened dough on this plate. Make sure that when you put the dough on any surface, make sure that you put or sprinkle a little bit of flour on any surface so that the dough won't stick to it. So let's just put some of the sauce that we have here. Again, it's up to you on what flavor of pizza would you like, but for me this is the easiest, the simplest, and for me this is delicious. This is a tomato sauce. Actually, this is called Neapolitan sauce because it's the tomato, the celery, the carrot, the garlic, and some parsley. So you just simply put it on the side. Then we are going to put our proteins. Let's add some sausages. Okay. Then let's add some of our roughly chopped bacon. Are you good there? What are you doing? You're putting some hazelnut spread on your dough. Then we're going to cook it later.
Okay. Just I hope it doesn't burn.
Just hope it doesn't burn. Then let's add our mozzarella cheese. Actually, you can just buy this from any grocery store. It's available. It's not hard to find. Let's put some mozzarella on top. Before I forget, I
You
want to
always
add
do.
some thinly sliced white onion. This gives a little bit of tanginess to the dish. If you have green bell peppers at home, if you have red bell peppers at home, it's fine. If you have olives, it's also perfect for your pizza. And now, here is the pizza that we have just made before we
Dada,
place
mine's
it
not
inside
yet
the
done. I'm
oven.
gonna get the Twix.
You're not yet done?
I'm gonna get the Twix.
You put the Twix later after placing it inside the oven. Okay. Okay, so after around 10 to 12 minutes in an oven toaster, here's the final result of the pizza that we have just made. Okay, so you can share this with your family, you can share this with your loved ones during the holiday season. And what's important about this is that it would not break your budget and it would not put a hole on your pockets. So enjoy it with your family, create bonding moments. That's what's important. So again, happy holidays everyone. God bless you all. Napakasarap. You taste it? No. Ano ha?
Sarap. Nakakalimutan nyo yung pangalan nyo pag tinry nyo to. Lasa talaga siyang...
Hindi mo inasahan na ganyan kasarap, ano? Yan, hindi nasabi ko sa'yo, wala kang tiwala sa akin eh.
Lasa talaga siyang pizza. I mean, yung para kang umorder sa mga pizza shops na kilala natin dyan. It's like a thin crust pizza. Kasi,
Mga Italianis, gano'n.
ganyan level, mga CPK. Kasi ginamit lang dito is oven toaster, kaya thin crust siya. But if you have the regular oven at home, you can do a thick crust pizza. Masarap siya. And, anong ginamit natin dito? This is, yung Barilla, no? Barilla yung tomato spread. But if you're on a budget, you can also opt for just the Del Monte spread. Yung Del Monte
Actually,
cheese spread
pwedeng
or
lang,
ketchup.
tomato sauce. Lutuin nyo lang siya ng konti on a low heat. Tapos, lagyan nyo lang siya ng bawang, red bell pepper, tapos some oregano kung meron kayo. Kung wala naman, okay lang yung wala. Basil. It's very important that you have a basil para magkaroon siya ng medyo social na lasa.
Ang nadada.